The day the aliens arrived on Earth, the world changed forever. They were not the peaceful visitors humanity had hoped for. Instead, they came with weapons, demands, and a thirst for power. Commander Rax, the leader of the alien forces, stood at the front of the invasion fleet. He believed Earth was an easy target, a planet full of weak humans who wouldn't put up a fight. But he had no idea what humanity was truly capable of. The aliens' first message was simple and threatening: surrender now or face destruction. It was broadcasted on every screen across the globe, leaving humanity in shock. The leaders of Earth scrambled to respond, but no one knew how to deal with such an overwhelming force. In the chaos, General Sarah Blake, a highly respected military leader, stepped forward. She had seen threats before, but this time, it was different. This time, the aliens were making a huge mistake. General Blake didn't waste time. She gathered her team, which included the world's best scientists, engineers, and strategists. They quickly realized that Earth was not ready to face a superior alien army, but they also knew something the aliens didn't. Humans were resourceful, and when cornered, they could be deadly. As the first wave of alien ships descended upon Earth cities, the humans struck back. Using a combination of new technology and old military tactics, they fought back harder than the aliens ever expected. The battle raged for hours, with both sides losing ground. The aliens were stunned. They expected an easy victory, but instead they found themselves facing a fierce and determined opponent. It wasn't just about strength, it was about strategy, about using the environment, and about surprising the invaders at every turn. For every alien fighter that fell, another one took its place. But the humans were not giving up. The aliens tried to bomb cities into submission, but the humans countered with advanced defense systems that disrupted the aliens' weapons. The battlefields were chaotic, and Commander Rax was beginning to feel the weight of his mistake. He thought Earth was a primitive planet. He thought humans would crumble. But now, he wasn't so sure. The war went on for days, and the humans continued to surprise their alien foes. Then, something unexpected happened. Deep beneath the Earth's surface, scientists had been working on a secret project for years. They had discovered an ancient power, hidden away in the planet's core. This power, if harnessed correctly, could turn the tide of the entire war. The humans activated it, and the results were immediate. Energy surged through the planet, lighting up the skies like nothing the aliens had ever seen. Commander Rax watched in disbelief as the very Earth itself seemed to fight back. The humans were no longer just fighting for survival. They were fighting to protect their home. The aliens were no longer in control. The battle that had begun as an invasion turned into a desperate retreat for the alien forces. Commander Rax ordered his fleet to fall back, but it was too late. The humans had not only fought back, they had found a way to beat them at their own game. As the alien ships fled the atmosphere, the humans didn't stop. They pushed forward, taking the fight to the alien fleet in space. It was a battle of determination, of willpower, and of defiance. Humans were not about to let their planet fall to invaders. The aliens quickly realized that humanity wasn't as weak as they thought. They weren't just fighting for Earth. They were fighting for their future. In the final confrontation, the humans used every weapon, every tactic, and every bit of their ingenuity to outsmart the aliens. The battle was fierce, but in the end, humanity won. The alien forces were forced to leave Earth, humiliated and defeated. Commander Rax, once so sure of his victory, was left wondering how he had miscalculated so badly. He had underestimated humans, and in doing so, he had sealed his own defeat. The war was over, but the lesson was clear: never underestimate the power of humanity. The aliens thought they were coming to conquer a weak and defenseless world, but they had forgotten one crucial fact: humans were never just about strength. They were about resilience, intelligence, and the ability to adapt in the face of any challenge. The aliens had come looking for a fight, but they had gotten something far more dangerous: an unbreakable spirit that no enemy could ever crush. In the aftermath of the war, Earth began to rebuild. The humans had proven themselves, not just to the aliens, but to the entire galaxy. Their lesson would echo across the stars. Never again would anyone consider humanity an easy target. The world had shown its true strength, and it was a strength that no invader could ever defeat. The message was clear, and it would be remembered forever. Humans wanted peace. Until the aliens brought war. Now, they had given the invaders a lesson they would never forget. When the aliens first arrived on Earth, they saw a planet full of potential to conquer. From their advanced ships in the sky to their high-tech weapons, they believed the humans were no match for their might. The alien commander, Zorath, watched from his ship as Earth's cities trembled under the aliens' forceful demands. They wanted to take over, to claim the planet as their own. Humans? They were nothing more than an obstacle in their path. But Commander Zorath had made a critical mistake. He had underestimated humans. The first attack came with no warning. Alien ships filled the sky, raining down fire on Earth's major cities. Humans panicked. Some ran, some fought, and others simply watched in disbelief. The aliens were powerful, but they underestimated one thing: the fighting spirit of humanity. General Emily Turner was not one to sit back and let her world fall apart. As the cities burned, she gathered her forces, directing her troops to areas where the alien attacks were the heaviest. The first wave of aliens had been ruthless, but General Turner knew that humans had something the aliens didn't: determination. Zorath and his forces continued their assault, thinking they were unstoppable. But the more they attacked, the more they realized something wasn't right. There was no defeat on Earth. People didn't give up. When one group of soldiers fell, another stood up. The people of Earth fought with everything they had. The humans might not have had the technology or strength the aliens possessed, but they had something far more dangerous: a will to survive and protect their home. As the battle raged on, General Turner and her team worked tirelessly to reverse the tide of war. They knew they couldn't win with raw power alone. So, they used their greatest weapon: ingenuity. Humans began to adapt. They took alien technology and started using it against the invaders. They hacked into alien ships, turned their weapons against them, and set traps the aliens didn't see coming. Every time the aliens thought they had won, humans struck back, smarter and faster. The aliens didn't know what to do. They came with overwhelming force, expecting an easy victory. But instead, they faced a foe that refused to be defeated. Commander Zorath grew frustrated. His forces were losing ground, and their resources were running thin. The humans had figured out how to fight back in ways he never expected. Worse yet, they were not afraid. The battle reached a turning point when humans discovered the one thing the aliens had never anticipated: a secret weapon deep within Earth's core. While the aliens had been focused on bombing cities and causing chaos, humans had been working in the shadows, preparing for this moment. They unlocked the power hidden deep inside the planet, a force the aliens had never seen or heard of. Once activated, Earth began to glow with energy, sending shockwaves through the alien fleet. Zorath and his commanders watched in disbelief as their ships were disabled one by one. The tide had turned. The aliens were no longer in control. Commander Zorath made a desperate decision. His fleet retreated, but the humans weren't finished yet. They were relentless. As the aliens tried to flee, humans pursued them. They used the alien technology they had learned to master and followed the invaders into space. No longer were they fighting for survival. They were fighting to teach the invaders a lesson they would never forget. In space, the final battle was fierce. The humans fought with the same fire they had shown on Earth, using every weapon at their disposal. They didn't need advanced technology to outsmart their enemies. They had courage, creativity, and an unyielding desire to protect their planet. As the alien ships tried to flee into the stars, they found themselves surrounded, trapped by the very humans they had underestimated. The battle ended with the alien fleet in ruins. The humans had not only defended their planet, they had proven that no one could ever take them lightly again. Zorath and his commanders, once so sure of their victory, now faced humiliation. They had underestimated Earth, and that mistake had cost them everything. In the aftermath, Earth celebrated its victory. The humans had shown the galaxy what they were made of. They had turned the tables on the invaders, forcing them to run in fear. And as the last of the alien ships disappeared into the distant stars, the message was clear: never underestimate humanity. For the first time, Earth was not the one running. Instead, it was the invaders who were fleeing, humiliated by their failure. The galaxy would never forget the lesson they had learned. Earth was not just a planet to conquer, it was a force to be reckoned with. And as the humans looked to the stars, they knew this was just the beginning. The aliens had come thinking they could take over a weak, defenseless world. They had left, running in fear, with a new respect for the power of humanity. The lesson had been taught, and it was one the invaders would never forget. The invasion began with a roar in the sky. Alien ships, massive and terrifying, appeared above Earth. Their dark shadows covered the cities below, sending a chill down the spines of every human on the planet. The aliens, a race known for their advanced technology and ruthless conquests, had come to claim Earth. They believed no human force could stand against them. The alien leader, Zor, was sure of it. His fleet was unstoppable, and Earth was just another prize to be taken. The aliens landed in major cities. Their ships towered over buildings, casting an ominous shadow. The first thing they did was demand Earth's surrender. Zor sent a message to every corner of the world, speaking with the cold voice of a conqueror: bow before us, or face complete destruction. The world was shaken. Governments scrambled, armies prepared, but no one knew how to fight back. The aliens had weapons far beyond human imagination. Their ships could destroy entire cities in seconds. There was no way to fight such a force. Or so it seemed. In the midst of the chaos, a quiet leader stepped forward. General Kate Harris was not a high-ranking officer, but she was known for her quick thinking and unshakable courage. As the cities burned and panic spread, she gathered a team of military leaders, engineers, and scientists. Together, they made a bold plan. They didn't have the firepower to match the aliens, but they had something far more dangerous: human ingenuity. While the aliens laid waste to the cities, General Harris's team worked in secret. They scavenged alien technology, studying it and reverse engineering whatever they could. They discovered weaknesses in the alien ships, weaknesses that could be exploited if they were quick enough. The first test came when the aliens launched an attack on a small city. They expected no resistance, but when they fired their weapons, nothing happened. The humans had already hacked into their systems, disabling the alien weapons just as they were about to strike. The aliens were caught off guard. They didn't understand what was happening. Their powerful technology was being turned against them. Zor was furious. He had expected the humans to crumble before them, but now he was facing something he had never anticipated. Humans were fighting back. They didn't fight like the other planets he had conquered. The humans were clever, resourceful, and relentless. Zor ordered a direct attack, hoping that overwhelming force would break their resistance. But as the battle raged on, it became clear that humans were more than capable of fighting back. The aliens tried everything: massive laser beams, biological weapons, and even mind control devices. But each time, the humans found a way to stop them. They were turning the tide of the war, not with brute strength, but with strategy and determination. Then, something happened that shocked the aliens even more. The humans had been secretly building something, a weapon so powerful that it could rival the alien fleet. It was a massive ship built using alien technology, but with a twist: it was powered by human ingenuity. When the ship launched, it tore through the alien fleet with precision and power the invaders had never seen before. The humans had not only survived, they were now attacking with full force. Zor watched from his command ship as his fleet began to fall apart. His ships, once thought to be invincible, were being destroyed one by one. His soldiers, who had been so sure of their victory, were now retreating in panic. The humans had turned their own technology against them, using it in ways Zor couldn't even begin to understand. As the final battle approached, Zor realized the truth. The humans were not weak, as he had believed. They were strong in ways that went beyond weapons and technology. They were united, resilient, and willing to fight for their world. In the face of overwhelming odds, they had proven that no alien army, no matter how powerful, could take Earth without a fight. The final confrontation was intense. The humans, with their new weapon, pushed the alien fleet back, destroying their ships and forcing them to retreat. Zor and his commanders, once so confident in their power, had no choice but to flee. The humans had proven them wrong. They had shown that no matter how advanced the aliens were, they could never defeat the spirit of humanity. As the last of the alien ships disappeared into the stars, Earth breathed a collective sigh of relief. The battle had been won, and the aliens had learned a valuable lesson: never underestimate humanity. The aliens had come thinking they were the strongest force in the galaxy, but they left with their tails between their legs, humbled by the very creatures they had once thought to conquer. General Harris stood watching as the skies cleared. The fight was over, but the victory was not just in the destruction of the alien fleet. The true victory was in the lesson learned: humans would never back down, no matter the odds. They would always fight for their home, their families, and their future. And so, the story of Earth's victory spread across the galaxy. The aliens had thought they were powerful, but they had learned the hard way that humans were far stronger than they ever imagined. The galaxy would remember this lesson, and the humans of Earth would never again be underestimated. The alien fleet descended upon Earth with an air of arrogance. They had conquered countless planets before, and they saw humanity as just another weak species to dominate. Their ships were enormous, their weapons powerful, and their technology far beyond anything humans could comprehend. The aliens believed they had nothing to fear. They didn't even bother to prepare for any form of resistance. After all, what could a primitive species like humans do against their might? The alien commander, Varnak, issued an order to his fleet. "Land on Earth and take it," he said. "There's no need to waste time. These creatures are nothing compared to us." With that, his ships began to descend, casting long shadows over cities below. But the humans weren't as weak as the aliens believed. They had been preparing, even though they had no idea when the attack would come. As the alien ships landed, the world seemed to hold its breath. The first wave of aliens poured into the streets, demanding surrender. They didn't even bother to negotiate. They simply assumed the humans would bow down. First, the humans were stunned. How could they stop such a powerful force? But something incredible began to happen. People who had been scared started organizing. They gathered whatever weapons they could find. Ordinary citizens turned into fighters. Soldiers took up arms, and engineers worked together to create makeshift defenses. The aliens expected this to be an easy conquest, but they quickly found out that the humans were not going to give up without a fight. Varnak watched from his command ship, expecting the human resistance to crumble. But instead, he saw them begin to organize. It was almost as if the humans were being pushed to their limits and were only getting stronger. This was not what he had expected. Still, he wasn't worried. The aliens had weapons that could wipe out entire armies with a single blast. Surely that would put an end to this nuisance. The first wave of alien attacks struck, and the humans fought back with everything they had. Buildings were destroyed, cities burned, but the humans refused to back down. General Rachel Turner, one of Earth's top military leaders, led a team of soldiers into the heart of the battle. She knew that humanity's only hope was to use their ingenuity to overcome the aliens' raw power. They couldn't match the alien ships in size or strength, but they had something far more valuable: creativity and determination. Rachel led her forces to strike the alien weaknesses. They used their knowledge of alien technology to hack into their systems, turning their weapons against them. Human fighters sabotaged alien power generators, causing explosions that sent shockwaves through the alien ranks. First, the aliens were baffled. Their powerful weapons were failing, and their ships were being disabled one by one. Varnak couldn't believe what he was seeing. How could these humans, with their primitive technology, be causing such damage? He had thought they were just a species to be crushed, but now they were showing a kind of strength he had never imagined. Varnak ordered his forces to escalate their attack, but the humans weren't backing down. They had learned from their mistakes. They adapted quickly, fighting with a resilience that the aliens could never have predicted. The humans were relentless. They didn't need to be the strongest, they just needed to outsmart the aliens. The turning point came when the humans revealed a weapon of their own. They had managed to reverse engineer a piece of alien technology and use it against them. The weapon wasn't huge or flashy, but it was effective. It fired pulses of energy that struck at the heart of the alien fleet. The aliens watched in disbelief as their ships began to fall one by one. The humans had taken the fight to them, and now it was the aliens who were running for their lives. Varnak watched as his forces began to retreat, confused and scared. The aliens, who had come to Earth with such confidence, were now desperately trying to flee. They had underestimated the humans, and it had cost them. They had thought that Earth's people were nothing but weak, defenseless creatures. But in reality, humanity had power that no alien force could comprehend. The humans fought not just for survival, but for their future. As the battle raged on, they showed the aliens that humanity's power wasn't just in their weapons, it was in their unity, their spirit, and their unbreakable will. In the end, the alien fleet was forced to retreat. Their ships limped away, damaged and broken, unable to fight back any longer. The humans had won. They had proven that no matter how advanced the invaders were, no matter how powerful they seemed, they could not break the strength of the human spirit. As the last alien ships disappeared into the stars, Earth's survivors cheered. General Rachel Turner and her soldiers stood tall. They had won, not just through strength, but through their unwavering determination. The aliens had thought they were powerful, but they had learned the hard way. Humans were not to be underestimated. And as Earth's leaders watched the stars, they knew the truth. The lesson was clear. The aliens didn't believe in humans until they saw their power. And now, the universe would never forget it. The alien fleet entered the solar system with a sense of certainty. They had destroyed civilizations across the galaxy, conquering planets and ruling over species with ease. Humans, to them, seemed like nothing more than an insignificant species, primitive, weak, and easily controlled. They had no fear of Earth, no concern about its defense systems. They were confident that their advanced weapons and technology would overwhelm anything humans could throw at them. The aliens arrived with a single objective: to claim Earth as their own. The commander, Zorath, stood aboard the lead ship, watching as his fleet began to descend toward the blue planet. "We take Earth without any difficulty," he said, his voice cold and certain. "Their defenses are nothing." Back on Earth, the news spread quickly. People watched the skies with fear, seeing the massive ships block out the sun. Governments scrambled to respond, military forces readied themselves, but deep down, everyone knew the aliens had far more power. The question was not if Earth would fall, but when. At first, the humans tried to negotiate. They sent diplomats to meet with the alien commanders, offering peace. But the aliens laughed. They had no interest in peace. "Your world is ours for the taking," Zorath said coldly, dismissing the human emissaries. The first attacks were swift. Alien ships began to fire on cities, reducing entire areas to rubble with powerful blasts. Humans tried to fight back, but their weapons were no match for the alien technology. The world seemed to be on the brink of collapse, but then something unexpected happened. The people of Earth didn't give up. They didn't surrender. Instead, they came together in a way that no one could have predicted. Ordinary citizens, soldiers, and engineers all began to fight back with whatever they had. They were not as strong as the aliens, but they had something else: the human spirit. Zorath watched from his ship, stunned. "Why aren't they running? Why are they still fighting?" he asked his officers. These creatures should have been easy to crush. On the ground, the situation was growing more intense. General Sofia Morales, a seasoned leader of the Earth Defense Forces, knew that humanity had to act fast. She quickly organized a counterattack, using guerrilla tactics to strike at the heart of the alien force. Though outgunned, the humans had the advantage of knowing their own world. They knew the terrain. They knew how to survive. Meanwhile, a group of engineers had been working in secret. Using the wreckage of alien ships, they reverse-engineered a piece of the alien technology. The breakthrough came when they discovered how to use the aliens' own weapons against them. It wasn't a massive weapon, nothing like the alien ships that loomed above. But it was enough to tip the balance in humanity's favor. The first test of the new weapon was a success. A blast of energy fired from a human-made cannon struck one of the alien ships. It wasn't much, but it caused enough damage to send the ship spiraling out of control. The aliens were surprised. How could humans, with their primitive tools, have done this? Zorath's confidence began to crack. "This is impossible. How can they be so strong? He muttered. The humans had begun to show them something they hadn't expected: ingenuity, determination, and an unshakable will to survive. These were not qualities the aliens had accounted for. The battle raged on. The humans didn't just fight, they adapted. They used the alien weapons against the invaders. They set traps, sabotaged alien ships, and attacked their power sources. It became clear that Earth's inhabitants were not just fighting for their survival, they were fighting to prove something. They were fighting to show that no matter how strong the aliens were, they could never defeat the strength of humanity. General Morales stood on the front lines, rallying her troops. We may not have their technology, but we have something far stronger: our will. And we will never give up. The turning point came when humans launched a final, coordinated assault on the alien fleet. This time, the humans were ready. They unleashed their newly developed weapons, striking with precision and devastating power. The alien ships began to fall, one by one. Zorath, now realizing the depth of his underestimation, ordered his fleet to retreat. But it was too late. The humans had shown the aliens that their strength was not in their advanced technology, but in their determination to fight for their world. The aliens, once so confident in their superiority, were now scrambling to escape. Zorath's ship was the last to leave, and he looked down at Earth from the window. It was still burning from the earlier battles, but it was far from defeated. The humans had shown him what true strength looked like. They had proven that no matter how advanced the enemy, no matter how powerful their weapons, they could never overcome the strength of the human spirit. As the last of the alien ships disappeared into space, General Morales stood victorious. Earth had won, not by matching the aliens blow for blow, but by using their own strength, something the aliens could never understand. Humanity had proven that they were not weak. In fact, they were stronger than anyone could have imagined. And as the Earth began to rebuild, the aliens had learned their lesson: never underestimate the power of humanity.